Good morning, everybody. My name is Tom Coughlin.
And good morning, everybody. My name is Jesse Nelson.
And we are public adjusters. We're going to explain to you what a public adjuster does and how it can benefit you, the real estate agent, and your client, the insured, when they have property damage. So what is a public adjuster? It's a licensed professional who represents the policyholder, not the insurance company, during a property damage insurance claim. So why called public adjuster? This is what we can do for you. We'll determine the policy coverage. We'll meet with the adjuster and the contractors and handle all calls to the insurance company. We'll document all the damages, produce an estimate on your behalf with a detailed valuation of damages. We'll take the stress out of dealing with the insurance company and hours on the phone. We'll negotiate with the insurance company to ensure the homeowner is treated fairly by the insurance company. You've all heard the commercials, Allstate, you're in good hands. We don't know about that. And Nationwide, is Nationwide actually on your side? So what we'll cover, why it matters to real estate agents, real case examples, and how you can benefit by networking with us. So our background, I have a construction background. I'm a licensed home inspector, and I understand what's behind the walls and how to put everything back together. I have 5 years experience as a public adjuster with over 150 claims. I'm a full-time public adjuster, and I answer my phone 7 days a week. Jesse.
Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Jesse Nelson. I am one of the partners of the Claim Defenders. My background is in insurance. I used to own an insurance brokerage for about 6-7 years, had 25 employees, and I got into public adjusting. I have 5 years experience as a public adjuster. I've handled over 250 claims, and one of my go-tos is I am always here to make sure that the house that is damaged, we do whatever we can to make sure it gets back to what's called pre-loss condition.
Okay, you want to tell them about Claim Defenders? Jesse's a partner with Claim Defenders, so explain why it's not just public adjuster. Tom, I'm part of a team of Claim Defenders, so explain Claim Defenders.
Claim Defenders, we are a firm here in South Florida, but we do cover the entire state of Florida, all the way from Keys to Jacksonville and beyond. The Claim Defenders, we are a large team. So when you work with somebody like Tom, you're not just working with Tom, you're working with an entire workforce behind Tom where we can all get the answers for you guys. We work as a team, so let's say Tom was to go on vacation or take a few days off and something was to happen and you guys had a question for Tom, you can call anybody at the Claim Defenders because again, we work together to make sure at the end of the day, the homeowner and the damages are fixed promptly and at a fair cost.
Yeah, and so just so you know, like Partnership Realty is the brokerage for you, the real estate agent. You have your own license. I have a license as a as a public adjuster. I hang my license with Claim Defenders. They're like my brokerage.
Exactly.
They're my team. You have a team behind public adjuster Tom. So types of damages that we handle: fire, flood, plumbing, water leaks, mold, roof damage, hurricanes. If you know somebody that has a yacht or a boat that has damage, we can handle that. And also condo and property, homeowners associations and commercial properties. And our favorite, dumpsters on a roof. That's an actual photo that I took last year from the tornadoes that came through Palm Beach Gardens. So when somebody purchases insurance, you know, the buyer gets pre-qualified for a house, $500,000 house as an example. Monthly payment, you have to work as a realtor within what their monthly payment is going to be. We'll just say it's $3,800 a month. This includes principal, interest, taxes, and of course insurance. So the insurance agent will quote the minimum insurance for the buyers to qualify for the most house. This insurance policy may not be the best coverage for the buyer. So the buyer, once they close on the property, they receive the insurance policy, they never look at it, and the insured has no idea what's in the policy until they actually need it.
One thing I want to say about that, as public adjusters, we are also policy experts. So a lot of people are buying insurance policies for their homes, condos, associations, and they're not exactly sure what is being purchased in those. Every single year, there are new exclusions being added to policies that the agent just doesn't happen to explain. So if you ever get confused of what you're purchasing, or you even want us to look at a policy before it's purchased, you can always contact Tom. He can do a review for you guys to make sure that it is adequate coverage for the home that you're purchasing.
So I'll give you a quick example. Everybody knows Citizens, and Citizens wants to depopulate and get people off of Citizens insurance. Citizens has decent insurance, but once you get off of their insurance, you might get into a policy that has a policy limit of $10,000 for water damage. You have to be careful. You have to know what's in your policy and what's not in your policy. So different types of insurance.
So some insurances are fire, water leak and mold insurance, wind and hail damage, as well as liability. Flood insurance with or without contents coverage. Flood insurance is backed by, of course, FEMA. There is a maximum that you can purchase for $250,000. However, if you do need more insurance for your flood, you can always go to the private market to get up to $500,000 worth of insurance. And of course, hurricane and wind insurance, which you need a 4-point inspection for and a wind mitigation inspection for the wind insurance, of course.
Yeah, and just, with flood, you can get it with or without contents coverage. I run into people who had their whole house is flooded and they have no contents coverage. So again, know what's not in your policy. So question number 1, when there's a hurricane off the coast of Florida, when does your hurricane or your wind insurance activate or begin? So when does it change from your, say, $500 to $2,500 deductible up to possibly $10,000 on your wind policy? This is a question. Whoever gets it right, I'm going to give you a $25 Amazon gift card. Does anybody know? and does anybody know? Yeah, Chat GPT. When? No. What's that? No.
No, I think it's before, like 3 or 5 days.
No.
Close.
Maybe. No.
Oh, when the warning is released.
Ding, 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 ding.
That's correct.
There you go. All right.
When they announce the
Gift card over there. Okay, correct. Yeah, all right. Okay, so the wind insurance will begin when a hurricane warning is issued by the National Hurricane Center. So just as an example, last year, Hurricane Milton's out in the Gulf, hadn't hit Tampa yet, and there was the feeder bands that came around and spawned tornadoes. People were saying, but the hurricane hasn't even hit Florida yet. Well, it doesn't matter. There's a hurricane warning in effect. That way you have your deductible from your wind or hurricane policy. So deductibles.
So property insurance.
Yes,
of course.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Please ask, please ask.
Feel free. Go. No?
Yeah.
Question?
Yeah. How soon after you purchase the insurance you can use?
Immediately.
Immediately?
That's my understanding.
There's a warning and I purchase the insurance 1 day before, still be covered?
If there's a warning, they're not going to issue a policy.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
If there's a hurricane out in the Gulf or out in the Atlantic, if it's fairly close, they're not going to issue insurance. Okay? Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Does that answer your question? You have
How
to.
far has a hurricane?
I don't know.
Unless something is announced, then probably.
Oh no. Yeah. There's no way you're going to get insurance once there's a warning.
As long as you purchase the insurance and the start of the insurance is before the hurricane hits, it will be active. But they do stop selling policies as the hurricane starts to get closer to the land.
Yeah.
So they'll stop it at a certain time.
Right.
Is that good? Any other questions? Awesome.
No. All right.
So moving forward to deductibles, property insurance deductibles, they range from anywhere between $500 to $2,500 per occurrence. But the hurricane and wind insurance deductibles can be 2 to 5% of your coverage A dwelling in your insurance policy. Your hurricane deductible is a one-time per year deductible, meaning if a hurricane was to hit, let's say, in September, and then another hurricane was to hit your area in October, the deductible will only have to be met one time, not twice, which a lot of people don't know about as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a shingle roof may cost you $25,000 or under to be under the deductible. An example of that is somebody that has $500,000 worth of coverage. 2% of that would be $10,000. So your deductible would be $10,000. If you had a 5% deductible, it would be $25,000. A lot of people are just trying to get a higher percentage deductible to keep their costs lower every single year. However, when a hurricane does hit, they then realize if their home only has $20,000 to $25,000 worth of damage, but they have a huge deductible of $25,000, you're unfortunately not going to get any money for that occurrence. So that's why, again, it's so important to look at the policy and the coverages that you purchased, and to ask a professional like Tom or I to review that for you to make sure you do have that coverage you need.
Yeah, we're not magicians. We can't, once you get your policy and you have a claim, we can't change what's in your policy. Okay. So.
And sometimes the difference is not too much.
Yeah,
2% and 5%.
it may be just, maybe $50 a year, $100, not too much.
Yeah, and that's something we can look at your policy and tell you what's in it. You would have to contact your agent to say what is the actual cost of the policy with the changes. Yeah. Okay, all right. So what's covered, what is a covered claim, and what is not a covered claim? So what's covered: leaking water pipe or a water heater, covered; fire, tornado, a hurricane, and here's question number 2. Wind or hail damage, non-hurricane. Okay, what is the minimum amount of wind in miles per hour for an insurance claim on a shingle roof to receive coverage? So just because you have a little bit of wind doesn't mean, and you have damage, doesn't mean the insurance company is going to cover the damage. They have a minimum amount of miles per hour in wind. What's that number? Anybody?
ChatGPT?
60,
It's close.
75,
Nope. Any?
50, cold,
More? Close.
100,
Down.
80,
Down.
50,
Wait, who just said?
You already won it.
55,
45.
Up.
There it is. She got it right here.
Who got it?
Right here on the right-hand side.
55. A ding,
Yep.
ding, ding, ding. All right. Oh, did you? Okay.
know.
All right.
Oh,
Did you?
Did
Oh,
someone say it first?
she said before.
oh, okay. All right. Sorry. Okay.
Who was it that said it first? I'm sorry.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Was it here?
Okay.
You're
all
welcome.
right.
Thank
So we're
you.
just trying to educate you that not every, just because you have damage. What's that? Yeah. Okay. We're here to educate. All right.
Just because you have damage to your property doesn't mean that the insurance company is going to give you a thumbs up and start paying. Their
Right.
goal is to not pay you or pay you as least as possible. So we have to get all the facts straight in order to make sure it's a covered loss and do everything we can to get them to agree to pay you for that roof.
Yeah. And we have software that we go to we can pull up your specific address and find all the wind events and hail events for the last 5 years at your house. Okay, just so you know. So just so you know, if you have any questions, call us. We're here to help. Okay, all right. So what's not covered? So just because you have an old roof or poor repair, the insurance company is not going to pay you for that just because it's leaking. Just say you have an old air conditioning system and the ductwork is leaking. And you have water damage on your ceiling. They're not going to pay for that. They're not going to pay for everything. They pay for some things, what's covered in the policy. So, Jesse.
So we do offer free policy, and like I was talking about, free claim reviews. So a policy analysis, we break down the fine print and explain what exactly is covered in your policy and what is not. So that's pertaining to when I was saying we were policy experts. We want to be able to explain that to you for what's covered and what's not. For a claim evaluation, we review your damages, documentation, photos, and all correspondence to see if you're being underpaid or treated unfairly or denied unfairly. And we will be honest if the claim is worth being filed. So if you ever see damage and you're not sure what exactly to do, we are that go-to resource for property managers, for real estate agents, to be called out there, not to put in the claim right away, but to evaluate the situation to let you know if you should put in a claim or if you should not. Yep.
For example, if I had a problem last year, like tornado, like he says, and 1 year ago, basic, I just working with my insurance and they give me like, let's go just say $5,000, right? I can start to call you guys today and say, please, can you guys tell me what that happened?
Exactly.
Don't answer that. We're gonna get to that. Okay, and you'll understand why in a second. Sorry about that, keep going.
No, of course. So repair and cost comparison. If the claim is an ongoing claim, we align your scope of work with the fair market values to make sure that the carrier is paying you that fair amount. And then, of course, we offer next step guidance. You'll walk away with a clear roadmap, whether that means we reopen the claim for you if it's been closed, or we file a supplement, or we confirm that you were paid fairly.
So, all right. Well, why call public adjuster Tom before calling your insurance company? So if you have property damage, you call the insurance company, and that's an actual interview for them to determine coverage, whether or not they're going to pay you or not. So let's just say you're out of town for 3 months, you come back home, your house is flooded, you tell the insurance company you weren't home for 3 months and now your house is flooded, they're going to deny coverage because you weren't home for more than 30 days. That's just an example, okay? So let's just say you have a roof leak and you inform the insurance company you had a recent repair. You send the invoice from the roofer to the insurance company that states the leak was a long-term leak. You're going to get denied. You need to call us first so we can word everything and work with the roofer to get the wording correct when you submit the invoice to the insurance company to get you coverage. Okay?
Exactly.
Yep.
I know every roof has a different lifetime frame, but doesn't the insurance first inspect the roof to be sure it's in good condition before they insure?
Yes,
All of them have that right?
yeah, they do inspect the roof to make sure, but unfortunately the insurance carrier, they'll just inspect it when that damage happens, and again, they're gonna do whatever they can to still point the finger at the homeowner. So even though, let's say somebody came 2 years ago and said, hey, this roof has 8 years of life left, the insurance carrier comes 2 years later after hail damage or something occurs to the roof, they don't base it off that report for the wind mitigation, they just think themselves, oh, this is an older roof, wear and tear. They're gonna still blame it on you. So even though you have something that states that it has X amount of years left, the insurance carrier doesn't base it off that during the claims process.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wish they did. It would make everything a lot easier.
Yeah, but if you have insurance, even if it's a 20-year-old roof, as the insurance company says they're going to cover the roof in the policy, it doesn't matter if it's 2 years or 25 years old, they'll cover it. Does that answer your question?
The second that you,
Insurance is a little different.
Yes.
the second that you renew your policy for the next year, they're agreeing to pay you for any type of damages that occur to that roof.
Correct.
So as long as you pay your premium for the next year, they accept it, that's a binding contract saying we're going to be covering your property for these type of losses. If your roof does get very old, there's every now and then the insurance carrier will come back to you saying, hey, your life of roof left is less than 5 years, you have to replace this in the next year or we're not going to cover you. So there are times where they come back and say that to you before it happens.
Okay, Jesse.
So we are the claim defenders, and we like to be the one-stop shop for your property damage relief. You call us, we handle everything from A to Z. We're not just public adjusters, we're property restoration partners. We have a large network of vetted, trusted vendors that we coordinate every step of the way for damages. When it comes to water mitigation and dry out services, roofing and emergency tarping, plumbing and leak detection, electrical repairs and safety checks, mold remediation, and of course, contractors that do the build back for the property. No matter what the issue is, we want to handle everything for you guys, because when you guys have damage to the home, it's very stressful. It's a time where you don't want to focus on doing 100 things to get the property back together, dealing with 20 phone calls a day to 10 different people. We handle that for you. We come back to you guys letting you know every step of the way what is being coordinated, what is happening, and we make sure the vendors that we send to you guys are people that we trust, people that have helped hundreds of clients of ours in the past, to make sure that they're not going to just come and do a not so good job. We make sure they're going to come and do a great job, and they do it by insurance guidelines, making sure that everything they do, they're going to give you guys reports to state to the insurance company that X, Y, and Z has been done.
Yeah, you don't want to call somebody from Google and have them show up as a handyman or a roofer that you don't know. It'd be much better for you to have us help you find people that we know are going to show up and do the right repair at the right price.
Okay. One thing I want to mention is after hurricanes, every single contractor from all over the US, they fly into Florida and they try to get your business. 99% of those guys that fly into Florida to get your business, they don't do the correct reporting that the insurance carriers in Florida need for you to get your insurance claim approved. So we have clients time and time again that will call us 4, 5, 6 months after the hurricane and they want certain things paid for, but the reports that they already sent to the insurance carrier before hiring us aren't the correct reports, and the insurance carrier denies it. So that's why we love getting involved in the beginning, and we love taking all the stress off the shoulders of you guys by making sure that we handle everything for you from A to Z.
Yeah. So what happens if the claim is denied? Okay, what happens if the insured does not receive enough money to complete the repairs? And the insured cannot get in touch with the desk adjuster with questions. I mean, you might be on the phone for hours. What happens if there's a new desk adjuster? You know, you just don't know. We handle all those phone calls and all that stress. So here's question number 3. What happens if the claim is closed? That's part of your question. Anybody have an answer? Yes.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes, yeah, you get it. All right, one more. There you go. Amazon. All right, so yes. So it is normal to reopen a claim. You know, and in our world, that's just part of what we do. We've been through these situations many times, and we understand how to work through any challenges in the insurance claim process.
And they are changing the laws in Florida consistently. So for example, you have 1 year to submit the claim after the date of loss now. It used to be 3 years. They lowered that to 1 year, so you have 1 year after the damage happens to call in the claim. And then to reopen the claim for a supplement from the date of loss, you have 18 months. So they are consistently changing things in the industry, and that's why as industry experts, we're here to make sure that everything is handled correctly, promptly, and fairly for you guys.
Yeah, so unlocking hidden value, how public adjuster can help protect clients, build trust, and earn more referrals for you, the real estate agent. So real life scenarios that a real estate agent would encounter. Buyer's inspection uncovers roof damage. You've never seen roof damage, have you, Roberto? Yeah, every day, right? Yeah.
What's that? We have small ones as well.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course, yeah. All right, what happened? The seller's home had prior storm damage. We can reopen or file claims to fund the repairs. What if there's a condo water leak delaying closing? We can expedite the claims for a faster resolution. So why does this matter to a realtor? We can protect your reputation. When a buyer or seller has an insurance issue, you can be their hero by connecting them with us. We help sales close. Damage found during an inspection, we can help get claims paid so deals don't fall apart, and we add value to your services. The clients remember agents who bring solutions. You're not just going to be a salesperson. So real life example.
So here's a real life example, number 1, that we want to tell you guys. So let's say the interested seller, a property in Coral Springs, was looking to sell but had an old roof and cracked tiles from a prior tropical storm. The initial claim filing, the homeowner filed the claim on their own, not recommended. Of course, we want to handle everything for you guys because like Tom was saying, they're investigators. They're going to start asking you questions so they could use that against you to deny the claim. So we file the claim for you guys to get a new roof before selling their house. Let's say the insurance claim denial, the insurance company denies the claim for being under the deductible to fix all the damages. The claim defender's referral and settlement, so then you guys were to call us, we retain the client and get them, let's say $70K to replace the roof and additional funds used to upgrade parts of the house for them. And then the homeowner is now able to sell the property for a larger asking price. So rather than trying to take on the claim yourself, saying specific things that they're going to use against you to deny the claim, all you have to do is make that one phone call. Like I said, we are a one-stop shop, and we handle everything from A to Z for you guys, making sure that we take the stress off your shoulders from the insurance claim.
Yeah. So this is from last year from one of the tornadoes in October. The insurance company sent a check to the insured for $88,000. Over the last year, we got them an additional 7 checks. 3 desk adjusters, 1 additional inspection. We got them an additional $124,000 for a total of $212,000 total. Let's just say that customer was very happy. Here's an example number 3. Closing at 12 o'clock noon. The new homeowner gets to the house. They turn on the air conditioner. They go outside into the backyard. They turn around and they see smoke coming from the house. The air conditioning circuit breaker shorted out, caused a fire in the garage. So, I mean, they put out the fire, everybody's okay. Now, who was the first person the new homeowners call? The realtor. Exactly. So now the real estate agent calls public adjuster Tom. I explained the situation to the real estate agent and the new homeowner. I filed the claim. I got them enough money to do all the necessary repairs. So now the real estate agent is the hero by calling public adjuster Tom. I want to be in your toolbox of people to call when you have an issue. So, benefits to you, the realtor. We build trust and loyalty with your clients, positions you as a problem solver, not just a salesperson, creates repeat referral business because the clients feel supported, and there's no cost to you. You know, just simply connect us when there's damage. Potential for referral partnerships and co-marketing opportunities, especially after a storm. In your real estate agent toolbox, that's what we want to be. We want to, you have insurance agents, title companies, home inspectors, handymen. We want to be in your toolbox.
No matter what the damage is, we want you guys to call us. Even if there's not a claim that's going to be put in, we're here to be the go-to resource to evaluate the damage and let you know, honestly, if a claim should be put in or not. And either way, we could still recommend people in our vetted network to you guys to make sure that whatever the damage is gets fixed promptly. One thing I also do want to say, another thing, I'm sorry, Tom.
Yeah.
We work completely on contingency basis. So if we do not recover funds for the homeowner, we charge no fee. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how do we help homeowners? Yeah. Faster, smoother claims process, higher payouts on covered damages, less stress. We handle the paperwork and all the red tape, and ensures the homeowners are treated fairly by their insurance company. So here you go. How do public adjusters get paid? We get paid when the insured gets paid. They get a check. You know, we get a small portion of the check. That's all. Between 10 and 20%.
Are you guys only working on roofs or also pipes?
Everything.
Everything, any type of damage. So
Yeah.
even if you see some damage and you're not sure if we should call us or not, still call us. We still come out, we evaluate the situation and give you our honest opinion.
Yeah. So just on that note, moisture meter. We use this a lot, and also this is an infrared camera. You know, we can look at a ceiling and you may not see water or moisture. This will pick it up. So we have all the tools that will tell you yes or no, do you have damage? And if we can't figure it out, we can call a roofer, we can call a plumber or an electrician or a leak detection company. We can direct you on what to do to find out what the damage is even before you call in a claim, just so you know whether or not to call the claim in. Yep.
Yeah, excellent. So can we use you guys like before somebody wants to get involved into insurance? Or it has to be once they have insurance that you go home?
It has to be once they have insurance, because
Yeah.
we can only fight for what the insurance policy you bought provides. So like Tom said earlier, you know, unfortunately we're not magicians, so we can't make magic happen. But if you have coverage in your policy for specific damage, we'll make sure that you get paid for that damage. And again, we could always review the policy for you. So if you see some type of water leak, a pipe leak, you're not sure what to do, you could send us the policy. We can review it within 10, 15 minutes and let you know what you think you should do for the next steps.
If somebody does the claim for you guys, the people has to use it, you people from construction,
no.
from plumber, or their own can have it their own?
They can use their own. You know, a lot of people don't have construction experience or they don't know who to call, and we can help with that. A lot of public adjusting companies, all they're going to do is get you money, and that's it. Then they're done. We can offer that service to the people if they want it. Okay? Yeah.
Once the owner calls you guys and you guys file the claim, how long does it usually take for them to receive the check?
First check has to be within 60 days. Yeah, but that's the initial check. Then after that, then there's usually supplemental claim or checks that we can get more money, not always, but within 60 days, the insurance company, by law, has to get them the first check.
Okay, so if a roof, okay, my other question is, if the roof is leaking, how bad does it have to be for it to be covered?
Anything. Small leak, large
Anything.
leak, yeah, anything.
So
yeah.
we get calls all the time for leaky roofs. They don't know what the damage is because the normal person doesn't climb on the roof to verify. So that's what we do.
Yeah.
You'll call us, we'll climb on the roof, we'll verify the damage, we'll take the pictures, and then we'll come show you guys. This is what the damage looks like. These are the leaks. You know, we suggest you put in a claim.
It can take up to 60 days to repair a leak.
No.
It could get up to 60 days to receive the first
It's
check.
the first check, yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so the leak, you might see water on the ceiling in the living room, but the leak might be coming from over here above the bedroom, and the water just kind of finds a way over here. You don't know. We'll kind of figure that out.
Exactly.
You know, go ahead.
Yeah, that's something that I want to say. Sometimes you thinking it's just it's the little hole in the roof, and that's what the only insurance will cover, the little hole. But between that water go in between your walls, go like you just said, you know, going around your floor, damage your wall, damage your cabinets in case they went to the kitchen or the back or whatever. So that's what they are oh no, it's not just the roof. Look at it, guys. So they had to pay for paint, for cabinets, for floor. It is the wood floor in case it's damaged. That's what I understand. They are just.
What's that? Yeah.
I have experience. I have experience too.
Right.
This is the
That-
gentleman a long time ago.
Right.
15 years ago, yeah, my other house.
We like, yeah, yeah.
Once we use your rate service, at what point do you get paid? The insurance pay you, we pay you?
Once the insured or the homeowner gets a check, then we get paid from that check.
So the homeowner pays us out of the check a percentage.
10 to 20%. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay.
My question is to, what about if they really need to fix it before you guys working? They can fix it before they can call you?
Call us first.
Call us first.
We need to see the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
We'll-
insurance.
If they get the funding, if they get called and what is coming, so has to call you guys first, right?
Let's say it's a roof leak or a water leak from a pipe in the attic. I mean, turn the water off, of course, or they can, if it's a roof leak, put a tarp on the roof. Of course, protect your house first, and then call us. Yes.
The insurance carrier, once we call in the claim, they want to see the damage as is. So if you start fixing everything, they're going to point the finger.
That happen now, because before, the people fix it first and then they can call you guys. But I think they changed the rules now, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You could always, the insurance carrier wants you to mitigate the issue. They don't want you to fix the issue completely. They just want you to stop the leak or whatever it is from happening. But then they want to come out and see with their own eyes what the damage looks like. So if you have a leaky roof and then you put on a new roof, then the insurance carrier is going to say, you ruined the investigation by putting on a new roof. We don't know what it used to look like. So we're not going to be able to approve the claim.
Yeah, you can always do what they call an emergency repair, just to stop the water leak and take photos and then call us, and then we'll figure out whether it's not a claim, and we can call the claim.
I would say even call us beforehand, because we'll guide you on what steps to take to mitigate the issue. So if there is a leaky roof and what needs to happen, we can get people out there to put a tarp on right away, or you can do a temporary repair. So if it's a small little spot on the roof that's leaking, whatever it is, and the roofer comes out, you can do a temporary repair just to stop that specific leak from happening.
And on that note too, if you look at it, if you have a small leak and you can see the water stain on the ceiling, you look at your roof and say, well, that looks okay. To you, maybe it looks okay. To us, we can go on the roof and we can say the whole roof needs to be replaced. I'm just, that's an extreme example, but let a professional, come out and take a look. Okay, it doesn't cost you anything to call us.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So how to send a referral? When there's any sign of storm damage, water damage, fire damage, any type of damage, give us a call. Ways to call us: phone, text, email. Give me a call 7 days a week. I answer my phone. Okay. And questions? Go.
So when the client does a claim, how does that affect their insurance policy?
So when you go to get insurance, they do a 3-year look back to see how many claims you put in. Just so you know, if it's in a hurricane claim, it doesn't count towards those 3 years. So by putting in one claim, the insurance carrier is not supposed to drop you. They're not supposed to raise the prices. It's based on the geographical region that you live in. So if you live in a region that just got hit by a hurricane, but you don't want to put in a claim because you're scared of it going up, it's most likely going up anyway because the surrounding area just got hit by the hurricane. So they raise everybody in that area. Insurance carriers don't just point you out and raise one person's rate. Usually when a rate is raised, it's in a whole entire area in a city.
Yeah, so let's say, for example, today you have a water leak and you have a claim. How will that affect your insurance rate?
It shouldn't affect it at all. From my experience, by putting in one claim, you have insurance for a reason. You know, you pay your premium for 20, 30, 40 years, you never put in a claim and you're scared to put in a claim, and you shouldn't be scared because it shouldn't raise it at all. I'm a living example of that, if I could just say. I lived in my home for about 4 years. I've had 2 claims in my home in 4 years. I had a lot of roof damage, so a leaky roof, and then I also had my water heater burst and went behind my kitchen cabinets. So 2 claims within 4 years, and my insurance actually went down $1,500. Reason being, I now have a new roof on. I have a brand new roof on, so it makes me more insurable to the insurance carriers. So it's on a case-by-case basis. You know, we can't predict the future, but what I can say is if you put in one claim due to damage happening, your rate isn't supposed to rise due to one claim.
So,
does that answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? No? All right, there's my contact information, Public Adjuster Tom. There's your QR code. Please put me in your phone. I'm a great phone call. I answer the phone 7 days a week. Question?
You guys, in case somebody speaks Spanish in your team or something?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah, if anybody, yeah, you can reach out. We have a Spanish speaker on staff. So,
Any other questions?
All right. And any other questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like the one thing to really take away is no matter what the damage is, no matter the situation, just call us. Like Tom said, it doesn't cost you anything for us to come to evaluate the situation and give you an honest opinion of what to do with next steps.
So,
awesome. Well,
all
we
right.
appreciate everybody's
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
We look forward to
Yeah.
building a long partnership with Partnership Realty. We're very excited to see where this goes. And any questions in our industry, no question's a dumb question. Please call us and ask us.
Yeah.
And good to know because most people they ask me and I have it. I put it in my phone.
Great. All right. Great. Thank you.
So everybody can have your card, so if you want to give me a rough rate of one bottle?
Yeah.